Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is very, very good. And I jumped on Threads. If you don't know what Threads is, it is Meta slash Instagram's answer to Twitter. Maybe. So I feel like Twitter's been in a decline longer than Elon's been in control, but the talk since he's taken over has been what's next? What's the new thing? Because it's no longer that. And I feel personally that the decline started probably 4 or 5 years ago when it became a toxic place. It was no longer a place to connect with people. It was a place to try to shield yourself from people, and you started having to do a whole lot more monitoring and a whole lot more. You had to be a lot more careful on the platform. And I would say since the takeover last year, it's been way worse. I mean, it's just I don't even know why I click on the app anymore, honestly. And I was a heavy Twitter user for a long time. I have 3,500 Twitter followers. I was pretty into the platform. So I jumped on Threads to give it a shot. I haven't yet made the move to Mastodon or Blue Sky. I want to try Blue Sky, but I haven't gotten the answer. I haven't gotten the invite. Mastodon, I read a lot of the people I have no idea how to use this, and I get that, and it just didn't seem to be. I didn't see the point of it. So I jumped on Threads. The other thing about Threads is that it will be part of the Fediverse whenever that happens. There's talk of the Fediverse, and the idea is a universal way for these types of things like Mastodon and Blue Sky and now Threads to communicate so that you can follow people from any of those services and you'll see their stuff. So I don't if Threads is going to adopt the Fediverse, then I don't need to worry about the other ones because I can just grab what I want from those, and I don't use the platform anymore as a personal vocal space. Maybe I will. Maybe Threads will reignite my love for the microblog. I used it as a microblog for 4 or 5 years, just as a game design microblog. I never really used it as a personal space. This has always been my personal space. But I don't go there to post funny quips or whatever. It's always been game focused. And so I intend to make Threads that. But the chatter, every time one of these things happens, like Threads, there's this whole joke about, or this buzz online about the Twitter killer and the post-Twitter world, and I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, I think that the commander-in-chief at Twitter has just made some laughably horrible, decisions. I mean, things that were obviously not going to work, and anybody on the platform could have told you, and he tried it anyway. At the same time, I feel like he's trying things that maybe other people dismissed outright, and then he has to find out in a week that, oh, what I tried is dumb, and have to backpedal. Sure, he's learning how to run a social media site. But transpose that same concept to Threads, which is, it's called Threads, an Instagram app. So it is an Instagram app. You have to log in with Instagram. It's not good. It's not been a good platform so far. It's lacking, I think, a lot of the key features to what we expect out of social media these days. Right now, Threads is just a broadcasting platform where people just scream into the void, and if you open the app, you're just going to see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of posts from celebrities and thirst traps and models and news and hate speech. I mean, it's just all kinds of junk that it's just I don't want to see any of this stuff. I have a follow list already. I've already followed 50 some people. I just want to see their stuff. I don't want to see anything else. I don't care about anything else. And I think that's the reality for all of these platforms. is that I don't really want to be part of the broadcast. I just want to be a part of my community, my little group. And Threads completely lacks any of that. There's no hashtags. There's no like topics to follow. It's just everything. You get everything, and you have to manually decide what you want to see. I have muted hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people because it's just like I don't give a crap what this random celebrity says. I doesn't, good for them for having a place to do that, but I don't want to see it. I'm not a part of their community. I'm a part of this small little niche, this board game community, and that's the community that I want to be a part of. And so self-curating is tiring, but it's brand new. The funny thing is, it seems to lack just basic features. Like I said, there's no following tab. I don't know how hard that would be to implement. As a programmer, I would say it's very simple. But Instagram has that feature where you scroll, it shows you all of your friends' stuff, and then when you get to the bottom of your friends' stuff, it's like you've reached the end. Threads doesn't even have that. Threads doesn't have photo editing, so I can't upload a photo and crop it and then post it. I have to crop it first and then bring it into the app. Instagram doesn't have post to Threads. It still has post to Facebook, but I can't post directly to Threads, which seems like that would have been a day one thing as well. So I don't know. I'm cautiously stepping into that world again. I mentioned on Twitter today. I actually tweeted some today. So Threads coming out has got me tweeting. I tweeted a bunch today, actually. I tweeted that Disney's Lorcana, the trading card game, is the first time and the only time in all of these years that I've regretted not trying harder at being a board game influencer, or whatever you want to call it, a board game media person. I tried doing reviews for years. I tried posting game pictures for years. I've tried being vocal in the space, but I've never had an audience that says, hey, look at me as a person who can promote your product. And Lorcana is the first time, or Lorcana, however you're saying it, is the first time that I've felt regret about that, because I want that game so bad. I haven't played a TCG seriously in almost 20 years. So to want to dive into a TCG sounds absolutely bonkers and crazy to me right now. But the truth is, I have the time and I have the energy for it, and I have a partner. Malia and I will play that game nonstop for weeks and tune decks and play tournaments, and I think it's going to be a blast. So maybe Threads will reignite my spark to be interested in doing more board game content. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But are you planning on signing up for Threads? Do you think you'll go there at all? If you want to look me up over there, it's Chevee Dodd. I'm the same everywhere. It's one of the superpowers of having an extremely unique name is that I always have my handle wherever I go. Now, let me know what you think about Threads in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends with wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is replete. It is an adjective meaning abundantly provided and complete. The highway is replete with culinary landmines disguised as quaint local restaurants that carry such reassuring names as Millie's, Pop's, and Captain Dick's. Brian Miller, an American food critic. Replete. R-E-P-L-E-T-E. Culinary landmines. I like it. That's some really interesting turns of phrase. I don't know what I'm saying.